free birth control for women is insulting. I think it is a distraction from the real conversation, which is that these economic policies over the last 3.5 years have been a failure.
Our issue is birth control and whether or not it should be provided through healthcare. Our federal connection is this. The Affordable Care Act is the federal health care reform bill that Congress passed and President Obama signed in 2010. Under this law, private health insurance plans are beginning to offer birth control and some other preventative services without copays or deductibles. Some insurance plans are offering this coverage now. Other plans will kick in over the next few years. Our state connection is the following. Health plans can no longer limit or deny benefits to children under 19 due to a pre-existing condition. Also, insurance can't cancel coverage because you made an honest mistake. Finally, our local connection is that it affects where and how we shop, and people that we know could be directly affected by this.
This is our graph. It shows the overall opinions of Catholic and non-Catholic adults about birth control in the United States.
Do you sell birth control at your clinic?
Yes, in our pharmacy we do sell birth control.
Okay, is there an age restriction?
The laws don't require any age limits anymore, no.
Okay, thank you. And do you think that birth control should be provided by healthcare?
And I just do because there are reasons that certain people should have birth control.
Birth control is important because it can prevent serious medical conditions such as cervical cancer and STDs, along with other conditions. Women who have painful and unpleasant periods can be helped by birth control. Birth control can also help prevent unexpected pregnancies.
It certainly could be setting a precedent. My particular opinion about the contraceptive access that women should have and what this decision means for birth control access is concerning enough. I'm concerned enough that women in this country essentially should have access to preventative and effective health care. And the cost of some of the more effective forms of birth control can be prohibitively expensive, which the ACA is trying to equalize the playing field. So by saying that you can no longer gain access to these methods really jeopardizes women's access to healthy and safe lives.
Yes, I do not have a problem with providing for birth control of various kinds through healthcare. No, I think that's a perfectly legitimate thing to do.
Birth control is seen as an extremely important issue by only 20% of the population. This is clearly an effort to secure that young single voter who doesn't actually turn out with the kind of enthusiasm that I think
This is where the Supreme Court's judgments on what businesses can do and what they can't do, I find a little odd.
Hobby Lobby issues a Supreme Court case questioning Hobby Lobby's ability to deny birth control to their workers. Due to the owner's religious beliefs, the Supreme Court allowed them to continue not providing birth control to their employees.
The Hobby Lobby, a craft store chain owned by evangelical Christians, along with Conestoga Wood Specialties store, challenged the contraception mandate, saying that it violated their religious freedom by forcing the companies to provide methods of contraception that they find morally objectionable.
There's nothing good that comes from this decision today.
David and his family believe that providing birth control goes against the Religious Freedom, Amendment 1. They claim that birth control is murder, killing children.
People should be required to pay for something that they morally object to.
Contraception is essential health care. It's preventative health care. It's a decision that's made between a doctor and a patient. And the ruling today essentially denies women access to preventative basic health care. So it's extremely disappointing.
People should have religious freedom, but how far is too far? Denying women birth control, especially when providing Viagra for men, is taking a step backwards in women's rights. How does this affect us? Women of new and future generations are going to be impacted by this and the things that this issue could create. What's next? Denying any health care for women? This issue needs to be addressed and Supreme Court needs to reconsider the Hobby Lobby issue.
Women deserve the right to birth control. It's a simple medical need, not an act to define religious freedom.